Welcome to my channel. If you love F1 and wild car stories, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. I bet you didn't know you could actually buy a real Formula 1 car, and maybe even park it in your driveway. Right. Let's get straight to it. You've seen them on telly, screaming past at warp speed. Formula 1 cars. The absolute ultimate driving machine. But, can you, an ordinary chap, actually buy one? Park it next to your shed? Imagine the neighbors' faces. Little Timmy's school run. Sorted. Forget your Ferraris, your Lamborghinis, this is the real deal. A genuine, fire-breathing Formula 1 monster. The sort of thing that makes grown men weep. But is it just a dream, or can it be done? Most sane people would say, don't be daft. And they'd have a point. These aren't just cars. They are technological marvels, designed for one thing, insane speed. Not for popping down to Tesco for a pint of milk. So the idea of owning one seems ambitious, maybe even bonkers. But here's a little secret. The answer isn't a flat no, it's more of a yes, but with a very, very big but. A but that involves lots of money, patience, and probably a helmet. So, buckle up, we're going on a journey into the world of buying a Formula 1 car. And trust me, it's not as impossible as you think. Let's see how close you can get to parking one in your driveway. So, yes, you buy a Formula 1 car. You, a mere mortal, could own one. They do exist outside of a TV screen, some are even for sale right now, but don't expect to wander into a showroom. You won't find used Formula 1 cars next to the Skodas. No shiny brochure, no test drives. This isn't like buying a normal car, or even a supercar. It's a complicated, shadowy world. Full of specialists, serious money, and a lot of paperwork. Think of it more like acquiring a rare painting or a retired fighter jet. These are pieces of history, engineering masterpieces. Not just transport. Each one has battled on the world's greatest tracks, driven by heroes, worshipped by millions. So the process is selective. You need connections, or a very good broker. It's a niche market. You can't just Google buy Formula 1 car cheap. Well, you can, but you'll be disappointed, or scammed. This requires serious dedication, and a willingness to navigate a maze. A very expensive, very fast maze. The market is small, the stakes are high, and the reward? Owning a piece of racing legend. But you'll need more than just cash. You'll need patience, luck, and a bit of nerve. And maybe a lawyer, because nothing about this is simple. But if you're determined, it's possible. Just don't expect it to be easy, or cheap. But then, nothing worth having ever is. Ready to find out how? Let's keep going. So, who are these mysterious sellers? Sometimes it's the Formula 1 teams themselves. They might offload older chassis, cars a few seasons out of date, no longer competitive but still astonishingly quick and historically significant. Then you have specialist dealers and brokers. The chaps who know everyone and make the deals happen. They can find you that specific McLaren or Benetton you always dreamed of. They are the gatekeepers, connecting cars with collectors, for a hefty fee of course. And what about the buyers, not your average car enthusiasts? We're talking seriously wealthy individuals, people who have the yacht, the private jet, and now want a Formula 1 car. For the collection, or maybe, just maybe, to actually drive it on a private track. Museums also snap them up sometimes to preserve these incredible machines for future generations. Which is noble, I suppose. Keeps them safe and dust-free. But a Formula 1 car in a museum, it's like seeing a caged tiger. Magnificent, but longing for the wild. The real thrill is in the hunt, and the drive. But make no mistake, this is a world for the bold and the loaded. The sellers are few, the buyers even fewer, and every transaction is a story in itself. If you're lucky enough to join this club, you're in rare company. But you'll need more than just money. You'll need passion, and a bit of madness. Because these cars aren't just bought, they're coveted, and owning one, that's a statement. A very loud, very fast statement. Welcome to the club. Alright, let's talk money. How much are we talking? Well, it's not pocket change. You'll need more than your piggy bank. A more. Think lottery win? Then add a bit more. For a fairly recent running Formula 1 car, you're looking at millions. Plural. A car with history? Even more. Driven by a famous name? The price goes into orbit. Michael Schumacher's 2003 Ferrari? Nearly £13 million. Even older cars from the 70s or 80s can command hundreds of thousands, sometimes more. A Tyrrell P34 six-wheeler? Yes please, but it won't be cheap. And that's just to buy the thing, we haven't even got to running costs yet. Oh yes, they are spectacular. So you need to be properly rich, not just comfortably off. Own a small island rich, this is a very exclusive club. The barrier to entry is a massive pile of cash. If you have to ask the price, you probably can't afford the tires, and remember, the price tag is just the beginning. Every mile you drive, every part you replace, costs a fortune. But for some, the thrill is worth every penny. For others, it's just a dream. But if you're still with us, let's see what it's like to actually drive one. Ready? So, you've bought your F1 car, congratulations. Now, what's it actually like to drive? Terrifying, exhilarating, probably painful. This isn't like hopping into your hatchback. The G-forces alone will try to rip your head off. Cornering, braking, accelerating, it's a full-body workout. You need to be incredibly fit. The controls are complex. A steering wheel plastered with buttons. No power steering, the clutch is on a paddle. Good luck with that. Stalling it is easy, and embarrassing. And the noise. Oh, the glorious noise. It's not just loud, it's an event. It shakes your very bones. You can't just turn a key and go. These cars need special high-octane fuel, not found at your local petrol station. They need preheating, fluids checked, tires warmed. It's a ritual, and you can't do it alone. You need a team, mechanics, engineers, data analysts. They're the ones who coax it into life, who make sure it doesn't explode, or try to kill you, which it might. Driving an F1 car is a serious business. It demands respect and skill, lots and lots of skill, and a very, very brave pill. Most owners never push them to the limit, but even a gentle drive is unforgettable. It's not for the faint-hearted or the unprepared, but if you're up for it, it's the ride of a lifetime. Just remember, this is not your average Sunday drive. It's a test of nerve, skill, and wallet. And if you survive, you'll never look at cars the same way again. That's the magic and the madness of F1. So, are you still tempted? Because the next challenge is even bigger, keeping it running, and keeping it legal. Let's talk about that. Next up, why you can't take it to the shops. Now, a crucial point, you cannot, I repeat, cannot drive your shiny new F1 car on public roads. Not for a quick trip to the pub, not even to impress your mates. It's illegal, massively illegal. And for very good reasons. For a start, they have no indicators, no headlights, no bumpers, no airbags, at least not in the road car sense. The ride height is about ½ an inch, speed bumps would be catastrophic, potholes, don't even go there. It would shatter into a million expensive pieces. And honestly, you'd look like a complete pillock. Then there's the noise, fantastic on a track, less so in a library, or outside a hospital, people would complain, rightly so. And the tires, slick racing tires, amazing grip on a warm, dry track, utterly useless in the rain or on mud. You'd spin before you left your driveway, and finally it's just too fast, way too fast. These things are designed for over 200 miles per hour. Your average high street is not. It would be dangerous, irresponsible. The police would take a very dim view. They'd probably impound it, forever. So keep it on the track, where it belongs. It's happier there. And so are you. The law is clear. The risks are real. So, if you want to enjoy your F1 car, do it safely and legally. Because the only thing worse than crashing an F1 car is having it confiscated. And trust me, you don't want that. So, track days only. And maybe a few envious glances from your neighbors. But the high street, off limits. That's the price of owning a legend. And it's a rule you really don't want to break. So, keep the dream alive, on the circuit. That's where F1 cars truly belong. And where you'll have the most fun. Just don't forget your earplugs. Or your sense of humor. Because you'll need both. Trust me. So, where do these mythical beasts actually change hands? It's not like there's an F1 Cars R Us megastore. Auctions are a big one, think RM Sotheby's Bonhams. They often feature important racing cars, including genuine F1 machines. It's all very glamorous, lots of bidding, big prices. You'll need a strong nerve, and a stronger bank balance. Direct from teams is possible if you have the right connections. Some smaller historic racing teams might sell cars, or companies that specialize in restoring them. These are the people in the know. They live and breathe classic motorsport. They can guide you, for a price. Specialist brokers are another key route, the ultimate middleman of speed. They know who owns what, who might be selling. They can be discreet, which is often preferred by both buyers and sellers. They will find the car, vet its history, handle the complicated bits, but their services don't come cheap. And checking the car's history, its provenance, is vital. Is it the real deal? Was it actually raced? By whom? Are the parts original? There are fakes out there, replicas. You need to be incredibly careful. Get experts involved. Do your homework. Otherwise, you could end up with a very expensive and very fast garden ornament. The hunt is half the fun, but also half the risk. So if you're serious, surround yourself with experts. And never rush the process, because in the world of F1 cars, patience pays off. And mistakes are costly, but if you get it right, you'll own a piece of racing history, and that's worth every bit of effort. So, happy hunting, and may the best bidder win. Just remember, in this game, knowledge is power, and caution is priceless. Good luck. You'll need it. Owning an F1 car isn't just about buying it. That's just the start of the expense. Maintaining one of these things, it's like looking after a very temperamental diva. A diva that drinks exotic fuel and demands constant, expensive attention. Your local Quick Fit is not going to cut it. You'll need a special garage, climate-controlled, spotless, like an operating theater. These cars don't like dust, damp, or amateurs. You'll need specialist tools, and someone who actually knows how to use them. Which brings us to mechanics. Not just any mechanic, F1 mechanics. They are rare, and they are not cheap. Parts are another headache, a massive one. You can't just pop down to Halford's for a new wing or gearbox. They are bespoke. Often they have to be custom made at enormous cost. Even simple things like starting the engine, it's a complex procedure, requires expertise, and probably a laptop with clever software. Then there's actually running it. On a track day, fuel costs a fortune. Tires wear out incredibly fast. Each outing will cost thousands, tens of thousands, before you've even turned a wheel in anger. It's a serious commitment, a money pit, a glorious, exhilarating, noisy money pit, but a money pit nonetheless. You have been warned. This is not a hobby for the faint of heart or wallet, but for those who can afford it. The rewards are immense. The sound, the speed, the thrill of history at your fingertips. It's a privilege and a challenge. And if you're up for it, there's nothing else like it. Just be ready for the bills and the endless tinkering. Because an F1 car never truly rests. It always wants more care, more attention, more money. But for the true enthusiast, it's all worth it. Every last penny, and every sleepless night. Because owning an F1 car is a passion, and passions are never cheap or easy, but they are unforgettable. So who are these mad people, these collectors, these enthusiasts, who spend fortunes on cars they can barely drive? They're a special breed, passionate, driven, and a little bit obsessed. They see more than just metal and carbon fiber. They see history, engineering genius, the ghosts of drivers past. For many, it's about preservation, keeping these incredible machines alive, saving a piece of motorsport heritage. It's like owning a Spitfire or a famous racehorse. It's a responsibility, a privilege. They are custodians, not just owners, ensuring these legends aren't forgotten. Some do drive them, of course, at private track days, historic racing events, experiencing even a fraction of what they can do. The sound, the speed, the sheer violence of it. It's an addiction, a very expensive one. But for those who can afford it, it's the ultimate thrill, the ultimate toy, a connection to the heroes of the sport. It's more about the passion, the history, the story each car tells, the engineering brilliance, the raw emotion. It's rarely about practical transportation or daily driving. That would be absurd. It's about owning a legend, a piece of art, a thundering, fire-spitting sculpture. And that, for some, is priceless, or close enough. Owning an F1 car is a huge commitment, make no mistake. But for the chosen few, it's the dream. The absolute heart-stopping, wallet-emptying dream. And if you're one of them, welcome to the club. Because in the end, it's not just about the car, it's about the story you become a part of, and the legacy you help keep alive. That's the real magic of Formula One, and why for some there's simply nothing else like it. So, would you park one in your driveway, or just dream about it? Either way, the legend lives on. And that's what matters. Thanks for watching. See you at the track.